Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Petite Coding. So what last time we did, we were going to do the emblem settings mapper, but first of all, I want you to know that we're not using the storyboard here, and I want to use the storyboard to make things right. So right now, this actually should be a helper method, so I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to paste it over here with a helpers, like a helpers method. And as you can see right now, this function, right now I'm doing command U to see if the tests are passing, but as you can see right now, this function is not getting this duplicate code with the spy here. We should be able to return the spy. This is duplicate code, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the test simpler, and I'm going to say that the bundle is the bundle for emblem view controller, emblem view controller itself, right? And instead of all of this, I'm going to say the bundle is bundle, instantiate view controller as initial view controller, command U. First of all, to see that this is working correctly. Okay, so I'm going to commit this and say refactor make SUT a function to make it clear what that we are using storyboard. Okay, push to remotes, commit one file and push, commit and push. Okay, okay, so another thing we have to do here is, this is duplicate code. We can return this as a tuple, right? So we can do this, and we can return emblem settings spy here. So we can return the SUT, and we can return the settings spy here, right? So now everything of here, now we need to do this it like this. We don't need the spy here, and I can do all of these SUTs like this, right? So let me just get going with this, like this, right? Okay. I'm not returning a setting spy here, so let me just create that setting spy. So I'm going to copy this from here. I'm going to say that setting spy is equal to my emblem setting spy here. And now I'm going to do command U. The build is still failing because that should be with a space there. Okay, I'm going to do command U again. Build succeeded. Let me see if the tests are passing right now. And yeah, the tests are passing. So the tests are passing. I did this, and I need to do one more refactor here. So I'm going to do something like this over here. I'm going to use this, let SUT and settings spy. I'm going to use settings spy here, and now I'm going to command U. And this is failing because what I didn't do was put the SUT, that emblem settings here, to the SPI settings. We need to change this constructor injection to this property injection, right? Because we want to use the storyboards now instead of the other stuff. And when I do this, I get this test passing and this test failing. And this is interesting because now I'm using the storyboard, not what I did programmatically. So it says that the user interaction is not enabled because in the storyboard it's not enabled. Okay, so let me show you that how to fix that real quick right now. So I'm going to go to the storyboard, which is the main storyboard, right over here. And right now is user interaction enabled, it's not on. So I'm going to turn it on for each one of those. So my tests pass. Since now I'm using the storyboard, now I'm doing Command U again. And I'm going to see that the tests are passing, hopefully. For the user recognizers now are passing. So all the is user interaction enabled are passing, right? And this should be actually one test. Should be another test that should be failing. So I'll do that off camera, and we'll come back with this other failing test, and I'll show you how to deal with this. Okay, so what I did was I created two tests, because one just showed that user interaction enabled, and the other one shows that views only have one top gesture recognizer each. This right now it's being used by the storyboard, so this other test is the only one that's failing. The other one is correct right now. I'm going to show you here on the storyboard how I can do this. So I'm going to click this image, and I'm going to add a tap gesture recognizer from the storyboard here. And now I'm going to say this fighter tap gesture recognizer. And what I can do right now is on this emblem settings, this was like this, right? This was like this. So I'm changing it to an IB action right now. So instead of add objective C, I'm doing add IB action. And now what I can do is click over here, emblem app, main storyboard, and I can connect my selector actions, my sent actions, with this. Okay, so now my sent actions from this are from this image tab on the first responder, right? So that's cool, right? Okay, we should do the same thing for each one of the images, and the test should be passing. So I'll do that off camera, and I'll show you that later. Okay, so I did that for all of this stuff, and you can see I selected the image tab with tab for all the tab gesture recognizer here, and after that I do this Command U. And now all my tests are passing, so I'm going to commit because all my tests are passing, and now I'm sure that I'm using the storyboard correctly. So I'm going to commit and say refactor emblem view controller to use storyboard. Right? Push to remotes, commit for files and push, and commit. So right now I'm committing this. And one more thing I want to see is that this view did load actually. We can say this again with the load view is needed, right? Like this. Here. And here it's loading twice, right? Here it is loading twice. Because I'm loading it here and I'm loading it here. Actually, I don't need to load it here. because the client should be aware of the of the load view. But if I do that, some of my tests are going to fail because we need the view loads. The view loads. So for example, here I need the view loads. So I'm just going to say SUT like this, and I'm going to say here like this, load view if needed. Command U. Now these tests are not passing, right? So I need to do this for all of them, for all the tests here, just to make it clear what we're doing. So I'll do this for all the tests here. Now all my tests are passing, and I'm going to commit this. So yeah, now all my tests are passing now, right? And it's what we wanted, right? So I'm going to say commit, and I'm going to say added load view to all the tests, since each test should load its own view, and it shouldn't be centralized as it was before. And now we're using the storyboard correctly. Now we are using the storyboard correctly. So that's cool, huh? So there we have it. We were using the storyboard correctly now. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell so you receive notifications every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.